I'm telling you. Hello?
Mr. Stacy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Adam Davis. Michael Hunt asked me to give you a call about you had some insurance issues or questions or maybe needed some help with something.
Yes, sir. Trying to see about getting a policy wrote on my fiance's house, actually.
Okay.
She's been with State Farm, and they're actually not going to renew her this time. And I tell you what it is, she had a claim due to the weather.
Yeah, we talked. Okay. We talked a while back. I think you had. I tried to call you back actually a couple times. You said Farm Bureau was willing to take it.
Yes.
But I did. I called, and we were in the same boat with having the two claims on there. They said one had to come off before I could do it.
Okay.
And so yeah, and I tried to call you back and leave you a message a couple times. Now that doesn't mean I can't. That doesn't mean I can't get it. You know, I was wanting to see if you was wanting to. You know, some people are fine having it with an off-brand company. I mean, I've got access to like 60 different companies. That's not saying that I couldn't get it through like a Farmers or you know, something like that. But you know, always I'm kind of one of those. I like to have some local representation.
Yeah.
So, and I did talk to my underwriter, and they said with the two claims that they weren't, and especially with the storms and stuff that we've had recently, that they weren't making any exceptions right now on that. So I called you back to tell you that if Farm Bureau will take it, and you want somebody, you know, a local rep, that's probably the route I would go. But now, if you want me to go through, if the rate was just through the roof, and you want me to go through some of my contract companies. Just to get you a rate, I can.
Let me give you the rates that they give me real quick.
Okay.
And just see what you think about it. Let me look on the phone right quick.
Sure.
$1,216.
Man, how many square feet is the house?
It's a two-story, 4-bedroom.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. With two claims on there, I'd jump on that.
Really?
I would.
Wait a minute. It says total premium $2,487.
Okay. All right. So that one's okay. So that was.
Must be 6 months at a time.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I can. When does the state farm run out?
Tomorrow.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, let me call the office. Let me ask you this: Is it what was she paying before that with State Farm?
I'm not exactly sure. It's figured in with her house payment stuff.
Oh, it's through escrow.
Yeah.
Okay, I can. Let me call the office and see. I'm not there today because of the virus. We're only allowed one in the office. Your information is in the system because I tried to run it through. Do you want me to see what kind of rate I can get through one of my third party companies that I don't really have? You know, the only thing we sacrifice there is not that they're. I mean, we're contracted with good companies. The only deal is that if a claim were to happen, you know, like in the storm we had last night, I don't have any control over the claims process. Whereas us and Farm Bureau are the only two left that actually have local adjusters, you know, that you can contact and they come. So I guess it depends on what's more important. Is it trying to get it as cheap as possible or trying to make sure it's covered right and you've got somebody that you trust?
Well, just like, you know, with those that you had, that guy came all the way from Texas to do it.
Right, exactly. And it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same with most of these other companies, except for us and Farm Bureau are the only two left that still have all of our adjusters local. Like ours and Farm Bureau's both live in Starkville.
Mm-hmm.
So it really boils down to the importance of the quality of the insurance and the service versus the price. I mean, I could possibly run it through, like a Progressive or a Foremost, and might get $300, $400, $500 a year cheaper, but I don't have. The only thing I sacrifice is I don't have control over the claims process if there is one.
Yeah. I've got my vehicles, my motorcycles, and all that through Progressive. I can actually call them myself.
Right. Yeah, and I'm a licensed Progressive agent as well, so I mean I've got access to I've got access to all their systems.
Right. And that was actually going to be our next call, just to see what that kind of did they would give, because.
Well, and you might.
Just got to do something.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you might. I have seen a difference in direct contact consumer versus going through the agency, because they have a different pricing structure. Sometimes we're a little better. Sometimes direct call to them is a little better. Do you want to call them and give them all your information and tell them to get you a firm? And what you want to tell them is that you need a firm quote, not a soft quote, a firm quote. And then see what kind of number they spit out, or if they look at the claims and say if they will or won't do it. And then I can also call Leslie to see if she can run it through, and see what rate we get.
How can I find out the actual square footage of the house? Because that's one of the main things they're gonna ask me.
What's the address?
1269 Ivy Avenue, Lewis.
Hang on a second. $12.69. Is that how you spell IVY or IVEY?
IVY.
You said it's $12.69, right?
Right.
IV.
It may still be listed under 331. It recently changed. They moved on the numbers over.
What year was the house built?
I'm gonna say it's about 20 years old. I think that's what we found out.
And you said it might. And you said it might be. What's the other number?
331 is what it was before. It was 1269. They recently redone the numbers.
All right, let me try that. You said that's Avenue.